Serious tonight that is um, really dear to my heart, and it's about Magnum condom violators. Okay, men, every man should not does not need to use a Magnum condom. Okay, the Magnum condom is for men with a large um, apparatus. Okay, that's what we'll use. Large apparatus. Okay. Um, I think that I think that there should be something that men have to go through in order to verify whether or not he should be allowed to buy magnums. Like maybe he could, like at the drugstore or wherever they sell condoms, right? Um, you go down the aisle and you go pick up the box of condoms and bring it to the counter. And when the clerk sees you with the condoms, you have to step over into this little room over to the side, right? We'll just call it the arousal booth or something. So you go in the arousal booth, and maybe there could be stuff in there to help you um, excite yourself. Like some male enhancement supplements if you need them. Some magazines or something. Um, we won't be playing any videos because that just takes too long. You might get too into it or whatever. But anyway, so you go into the little arousal room and arouse yourself, your apparatus, and you come out, right, and go back to the counter to the clerk, and um, there'll be this hole, right? There'll be a hole in the side of the counter, which will be sanitized after every use. And at the top of the counter, you can see like down into the hole, and it'll be like at the bottom of the hole, there'll be numbers like a ruler. So when you come out of you'll come out of the arousal booth and put your apparatus in it, and it has to do two things, right? Two things have to happen. First of all, your apparatus needs to reach a certain length, okay? Secondly, uh, there has to be, your girth has to fit. There has to be a pretty snug fit in the little, um, apparatus hole, if you will, the apparatus measurer. So if you put yours in there and it doesn't go far enough and it's not, doesn't have enough girth, I'm trying to be PC, I'm trying to be politically correct. But if it ain't thick enough, then it has to be, there has to be some thickness and some length, okay? Because magnums are not for skinny things, and they're not for short ones either. So, if you got to have both, you can't have one or the other, because if you don't meet the criteria, then your ass needs to go back down the aisle and put that black box with the gold letters back, okay? And this is what happened, right? So if you come up there and they measure you and you don't fit, you go put the box back, and the clerk is going to take your picture and hang it up behind the counter like they do at the post office. And that way, all the other clerks that work there and all the future clerks that start working there will know when you come up in there and you try to throw that black box with the gold letters on the counter, you need to take that shit back, because you are not allowed. You are on the um, DNBM list, the Do Not Buy Magnums list. Okay, so don't try to play yourself by thinking it kills me. You go get that Magnum box, and then you get with the female or whatever, and she sees the Magnum box and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's about to be on," and then you put it on and it's sliding off, or it's like that much room at the end of it. I mean, come on now. We know there's a reservoir at the tip of the Magnum, but I mean, seriously, that's not an option. So if you're a violator, then you need to not try to buy them. Okay, so that's all I have to say about that. Ta ta.